Hello, truckers, and welcome back to American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. We are just west of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it's time to fire up the engine for the day. The snow's gone. Hooray, springtime is here, which I am all grateful for. So is Cindy, because the dress she's wearing, wintertime, yeah, she got a little chilly over there a couple times. But we are headed currently to, I know it's Nebraska, but where am I going into Nebraska? Oh yeah, Ogallala. We are delivering some cars that weigh about 16,000 pounds, so on and so forth. So we should be there today. Let me go ahead and take the parking brake off, and I think I'll follow the car on out of here. Everyone appears to be going this way, so I'll go this way as well. Boy, that load feels awfully light back there. Is it still back there? It should be. Let's go ahead and yield to traffic. Kind of. There we go. Merged on in. But we are in the fast lane, which is always kind of weird when you're trying to get up to speed. Hopefully my exit... I do have an exit coming up not far from here. What's the speed limit? 75. I think I need to get over in that lane pretty darn soon. Yeah, and it's so soon that I need to coast. There we go. Of course, they're going the same direction as we are, which is fine. Let's see. We should be there, well, about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, which is, I guess, going to be quitting time, because I'm not going to try to grab a load and go anywhere today. After we get there, or if we get there. You never know. So, we ended the day last time with about $5 grand in the bank account after spending all the money that we had. And we woke up with, I think, 15, but now we're up to 17, or was it 12 and 17? I don't know. Driver just brought in some money, apparently. I don't think we'll be upgrading any trucks today. So this is going to be just a nice little drive up to Nebraska. Actually, the drivers are bringing the money. Not a whole lot, but money is money. Let's see, 75. So I'm not in a big rush, but I do want to get there today. So we'll make sure we do at least the speed limit. Hopefully we don't get any diversions, any closed roads, anything like that. So, kind of a ironic thing that's going on with me, personally anyways, with recording this episode. This being, oh, we got a way station. Got to go on in. Yeah, so the first episode, whoa, that brake really hit hard. So yeah, the first episode with the spring mod, if you will, since last season. I think we started the spring mod last season as well. But for me personally, as I'm recording this, it is starting to snow where I am, and they're forecasting about a foot of snow overnight. So I will see when I get up in the morning, see what it's like. So springtime here, but where I am, I mean, it is spring, but winter's hanging on. Get inspected, dude. Roll on through. There you go. I tried to roll on through. Couldn't make it work. I don't think I'll ever be good at that anyways. Not that I need to rush, because this driver in front of us, he's going to obey the speed limits. He's going to go very safely out of here. Let's get on out. Oh, you're just going to scoot right on over, are you? Well, I don't... is it just a drive-through toll? Yeah, looks like it is. Have I not been through on this road? Start of toll road. Yeah, fees will be paid as we go along. Yeah, I have not been up this road. Interesting. Well, that's good. Getting to see something that I technically haven't seen yet. I mean, we only have covered about 40% of the roads on the maps that I'm currently playing on. So it's like half and half, right? Although a good amount of those roads are in California and also on the coast-to-coast map, I do believe. We are getting off here, apparently. So sorry to that trucker that I just kind of passed and cut off. But he understands. Alright, let's pay our toll as we go through. Can I just go over here with Easy Pass? Yes, we can. And speed limit is 60, so we'll get back up to speed again. Seems like I'm going, I'm stopping. I'm going, I'm stopping already this morning, and I just want to get some miles under the belt. Yeah, speed limit's only 60, so we'll do about 62-ish. That's good right there. Yep, so I don't think I have to worry too much about where I'm going to go the rest of the day. It's just getting to our destination, drop off this cargo, and then we'll find a place to park it for the evening. And even if we get a whole bunch of cash, even though the drivers are surprising me a little bit with how much money they're bringing in already this morning, I think we'll wait and upgrade our trucks next time. Because I think it's just better if I sleep, because we're ending the day, of course. And we see what the drivers brought in. And I think it's better if we kind of do it like we did last time, where I sleep to the night, then we start the episode with usually more money than we went to bed with. That's what we hope. And then we can upgrade our trucks for the day, and they're good to go. Because $20,000 is enough to upgrade a truck currently, I think, for where we are on the list. I think we've upgraded a lot of the low-grade trucks that we bought in the very beginning. And now I think we're at the medium stage where I've started to be like, all right, we can help these drivers out a little bit. Hey, 75. All right, let's go ahead and pick up some speed here. Maybe actually hit 13th gear. Alright, we are headed towards Salina, I do believe, and that's what GPS is telling me as well. Ooh, I picked a... got up right to 80 miles an hour. Alright, so as long as our ETA is around 4 o'clock, I'm not going to try to push the speed limit too much. So 75, 75, cruise control is on. So it's good to see the snow gone. Seems like it's been a while. In some ways, it just seems like yesterday I was doing the Christmas presents and going to the Winter Wonderland at the North Pole. But then it also seems like ages ago that we did it. You know? You know how that is? Where it seems like it was yesterday, but then it doesn't. I know, I'm a weird one. What do we got for billboards this week? Alright. Not sure what that one was for. Well, that's McDonald's. I mean, they advertise everywhere. So the spring mod, I don't know. I didn't, I don't read the mods to know what to expect from them. So, I mean, I just figured, okay, there's going to be no snow. The daylight hours, as we saw at 6 a.m., it wasn't dark, but it wasn't bright either. I'm sure when we get to the summer mod in 3 months, at 6 a.m., it's going to be bright. But, I mean, it was bright enough. The dawn has, settled in at 6 a.m. for us, so that's good. So I did have a quick look at the World of Trucks webpage before I came on here, and nothing really new for info on the DLCs of Nebraska, Arkansas, and Missouri as far as release dates go. But I did see a blog about trailer packages for Euro Truck Simulator for patch 1.50. So I'm assuming that's going to be maybe in testing very soon. Or maybe it is already in testing. I've been asked before, why not do the beta, show off beta as I'm going around. The problem with that is a lot of the mods have not been pushed over for the beta. So a lot of the mods I would use would not work, or, the coast-to-coast map probably wouldn't work either, all depending on where the roads are and such. So that's why I don't do the beta stuff. I mean, kind of the big thing I gotten so used to, if it ever goes away, I don't know what I would do. But the minimal advisory screen at the bottom that just shows us everything that we need to know at a quick glance. Great little feature to have, as far as I'm concerned. That's one of my must-haves. As I mentioned last episode, I do believe, I don't run that many mods anymore. Not that I ever ran that many. I think the most I ever ran was like 20, 25, but those were a lot of like Jazzy Cat, AI traffic stuff, which I don't run that much anymore, or I haven't run for a while now. The traffic seems more diverse than it ever has, so I'm happy with it. And if you can run less mods, usually the game runs a little bit smoother. Now, I try not to run any truck mods, just because if that mod ever stops being made and you fall in love with the truck, it's always a little heartbreaking. I used to drive the Volvo truck around from Aerodeth, I think is the way you pronounce his name that he went by. And I think a few people have gotten permission to take over that Volvo truck. I haven't tried it in a long time. But at least here, what we're doing, I think it's kind of nice that we're swapping out trucks every so often. We don't get comfortable in a truck. At one point, I was getting to see how many miles I could put on that Volvo truck by Aerodeth when I had it. This was when I wasn't making videos on ATS, or even before I even started making videos, period. But I pretty much started driving that truck almost instantly back in 2016 when ATS came out. And I think on that truck there, which I eventually sold, I think I got up to about 230,000 miles on it, which is not too bad. And if the mod didn't break at that time, I just went ahead and sold it. Who knows how many miles I would have had on there. It's one of those things that it would be fun to try to see how many miles you can put on one truck. But at the same time, I don't know if you're like me, but I like to change things up once in a while just to It makes it kind of look fresh, the game, that is. Although, as we have seen, every time I get a new truck, it takes me a moment to get used to it, like an episode or two. And of course, what I mean getting used to it, it's not the turning or the driving part. It's the shifting part where I get used to the tone of the engine. You just know when to be shifting and whatnot, because it sounds different. Well, by the looks of the graphics, are we still in Oklahoma? Now, yes, we are going to Nebraska, but it's the coast-to-coast Nebraska. It's not the Nebraska that'll be coming out at some point. I said maybe around Easter, but next week is Easter? So, I don't know. But this is the coast-to-coast Nebraska that we're going to. And I kind of think that we're going to probably go like Colorado, Wyoming-ish next episode. I don't want to go all the way to the West Coast as of yet. I've been kind of teasing for a long time now that California is the place to be. Fine living is a life for me. Yeah. But eventually we'll get out to California. I just want to hang around here just a little bit longer because it seems like we're about due for one of these states to be dropped. Just cruising along in the left lane as a trucker does. I will say the billboards have made it a little bit more interesting as you drive by. Although there are some states, mine being one of them, that advertising billboards are not allowed. I don't know how many states there are that do that, but mine is one of them. Kind of would like to get back in that right-hand lane, but wait, we're only 187 miles out? In ATS terms, that's not far. I mean, it's not going to be the next exit, but it's not far. Whoop, I'm not even paying attention, but this is my... when I said the next exit... It won't be the next exit. Well, we are getting off at the next exit, but it's not our destination. I think we'll let this dump truck go on through. Oh, you're getting out on the interstate? Of course you are. I have seen a couple people posting on the Coast to Coast link, or at least a SDS forum where the Coast to Coast map is. And there's a couple people talking there that the mod is broken. And I've seen a few people posting, I made a video a while ago on how to download the Coast to Coast map. just a few things to go over on the coast-to-coast map. There are a few things to look at when you're downloading the mod. One, make sure you're on the correct version of ATS along with the states that you have. So, I mean, if you got all the DLCs, then you need to be on 1.49. Download the first link, and you can be driving on the coast-to-coast map, no problem. The mod's not broken because we use it here. We're going on it here very shortly. Now, if you don't have like the last 3 states per se, you can use the coast-to-coast map, but I don't think you can play on the 1.49 version. You'll have to play like on the 1.47 version of ATS. So if you say, okay, well, I don't have Kansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, I think those are the last 3, correct? Well, let's say, so you just download the mod, it does, you know, the link for Coast to Coast, it doesn't have the Kansas, Oklahoma, or Texas, and you try to play on 1.49, the game's going to crash. So just be careful when you're downloading. First you need to be looking at what states you do and don't have, and then see what link it is, and they don't tell you what version of ATS you'll have to play on. And the reason why that is this trying to create a map for where the states last were and keep going back and correcting them to update things. I mean, that's a lot of work. So I can see why they wouldn't want to try to keep everything up to date for everyone. It's too difficult. At least I would think it's too difficult. Oh, it's only 30 miles an hour through here? But now it's 45? Okay. If you're always wondering if it's coast to coast or any mod causing your game to crash, best thing to do is just for a quick test to start a new profile and load only the mod that you think is crashing the game. If the game loads with that mod, then it's not that mod. Then once you find out what mod it is, then you know, that's the best way to do it. If you're always unsure about a mod that you're loading, I always suggest to start a new profile, load that one mod that you are trying out, just to see if that mod alone crashes the game. And if it doesn't, then you put it into your profile, the ones you want to use it in. And then if it crashes there, then you either got a mod conflict, and something that's very crucial in ATS and ETS2, make sure you have your mods in the right order. It's not like Farming Simulator where you can just throw all your mods in and the game will figure it out. With maps and such for ATS and ETS2, if you put them in the wrong order, that could cause you a whole bunch of issues as well. And there are forums out there. If you're running more than one modded map, there are forums out there that show the list of what order you need to put the maps in so it loads correctly. While we are in McCook, I don't know, it said discovered, so I'm guessing we're in Nebraska at this point, because if I was still in Oklahoma, because when Oklahoma came out, one of the Steam achievements were finding all the cities. I'm sure we did that. So I'm going to have a quick look here. We got to be in Nebraska at this point. Yes, we just crossed the state line. We just crossed the state line. So yeah, we're going to be staying, while we got the map out here, we're going to be dropping off here. So I guess, is that a garage? I think that's the garage. So we got a couple resting areas here. We don't really need fuel, so we'll probably pull over, I don't know, anywhere. But right across the street, we got a rest area. So we're all set there. There are times we can go into a city where it doesn't have a rest area. It's not often, but they're out there. So not that far up the road, we're going to be taking a left-hand turn. But as you can see, we only got just under 100 miles to go. Now the one thing, and I'm just spitballing here, if by next episode, let's just say Nebraska happens to come out, of course I will make an episode as soon as I can on us going through Nebraska itself, or Arkansas, Missouri. But if it's Nebraska, what I'll do is I'll spend the rest of this afternoon driving out of Nebraska into like Colorado and parking up, and then we'll get everything all set. We can start the day of leaving Colorado, coming back into Nebraska and touring it. And if nothing happens within the next week, then we'll just be starting off where we are, and it all depends on where the loads say we can go. But I'm thinking like maybe Colorado, Wyoming kind of a thing. I need to have another sneak peek at the Steam achievements for ATS for like some of the states, because there are a lot of achievements I have not completed yet. And it usually has to do with special cargo from that state alone. And most of the time you got to do it with external contracts. So we might be doing some external contracts when we get up there. We'll see. Got to leave Nebraska before we can take external contracts, because you can only take external contracts on SCS maps. I don't want to say the base game maps, but the maps made by SCS. On the good old I-80. I-80. Now, there's not as much corn here as I remember. Driving in real life, there should be just corn everywhere. Although it's been a while since I've driven through the I-80, like maybe 10 years, 12 years ago. Done it like 3 times driving through. So next exit shall be ours, since we're 27 miles out, and I don't see an exit in sight. I don't think of it until I log in. Actually, it took me this long to think about it now. I've been thinking about doing a paint scheme for our black Peterbilt. Think about when I'm in game, but I don't really have any. I have very few ideas for it. I forgot what I called that. I may have to go back, or some people can remind me in the comments below. Was it Moon Shadow? Moon Shadow or Midnight Shadow? Something like that I was calling the truck. It's when we painted it black. Don't remember where I said it in what episode, but it was definitely after I painted it black. Midnight Shadow, Moon Shadow, I forgot what I called it. Oh, we got some grass in the road. Must be not many people take this exit. Although it is a town of whatever. Sorry if I'm offending anybody where I'm trying to not pronounce it. Aglalala. Pretty soon we'll discover it. I mean, we're in town. La-di-da. Am I turning here? Yes, we are turning here. Oh, wait. I'm going right here, actually. Not used to all this grass growing in here. Okay, I know where we're at. I got it. Am I parking it on the other side of these propane tanks? Oh, it has been a while since I've done one of these. Let me just confirm that's where I'm going here. Pardon me as we free fly here. Yep, this is where we're going. Right here. So, I think our trailer is rather short, so what I can do is swing the nose of the truck in here and hopefully back up, and then I gotta turn on the blind side, so there are 2 LP tanks here and I can only see the front one, so just gotta remember there's one right behind it. Alright. So this is going to be kind of rough. Let me zoom in here if I can. Trying to get that trailer where I need it to be, and it's going to be rough doing that. Okay, now that I got the trailer back far enough, I can get myself more up against the wall over here is what I want to do. Like this. Now I should have room. I hope. Start angling the trailer in. Now I can't see anything other than the trailer itself. Nope, cut it too fast. Okay, we can only see the front LP tank. I can't see the second one. Now I can see it. I may have cut it too quick. Or did I get around it? I think I got around it. Alright, that's cutting it too much. Slowly but surely we'll get it in there. And once I get like to this point here, I don't want to say we're home free, but we almost are. We're in. We're halfway in. I'm not in well enough, as far as I'm concerned. Reverse always works better than neutral. Perfect. Park and brake. Turn off the engine. Let's have a little look here at that wonderful little parking job that we snuck in there. Get up a little higher. Snug as a bug in a rug. Almost. Alright, let's decouple this. And we can collect on our trip here. Show results. Doesn't matter too much because we don't have any points to spend anywhere. And I'm just going to drive. I think I know where we need to go. Of course, it's so close, the GPS is kind of saying it's right here. Should I go to the service center? I think I'll park there just in case I might want to change something up, or if I do happen to create a paint job for this truck. If I can find... right here is good. It's where we enter. Got grass growing everywhere here in Alagaga, Nebraska. There we go. And we're not going to bed yet. It's only 3:30. We can walk around town there, Cindy. I think we can at some point. Let me just check on the drivers. We haven't had the issue for a while. But I just want to make sure on their status that we don't have anyone back at the garage doing nothing. Boy, I really want to take that cistern trailer and put it somewhere so someone can use it, because that trailer would bring in the money. The problem is, anytime I put that trailer somewhere, everyone goes back to the garage and they just sit there looking at it. So I think we'll just have to leave the trailer where it is, and if I ever want to use it again, we'll go ahead and use it. Miles, money per mile here, how we doing? Well, we're looking pretty good. Have looking up and down. Where here, there he is, Harry P. I was looking for Harry P. He's actually got the reefer trailer, so he should be bringing in good money over some time, which is not too bad. Mark M. He's the 20th driver that we hired, so he shouldn't have that many points as everyone else. But as for money per mile, he's bringing in 317. It could be the truck helping out a little bit as well. But yeah, our drivers are doing just fine. The money is looking good. And hopefully when we sleep through the night and we wake up in the morning, we'll have much more than 26,000. Maybe we'll upgrade a truck or two, depending on how much we bring in overnight. But yeah, we are currently on the map. Yeah, we're not that far from Wyoming and Colorado. Probably Sterling would be like the closest city. So if Nebraska, I keep saying like Nebraska's going to drop anytime soon. But I would probably just go to Sterling, park there, and then I would assume SCS is going to have I-76 going into Nebraska hook it up to the I-80. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, I suppose. Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know where we're going to go next episode. We'll have to wait and see. But anyways, that is where we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. And I'll catch you again right here in American Truck Simulator with Realistic Economy. But until then, have a good one.